from the past.
So if you add that up, you know, you'll... But here's the other thing. There's nobody from that contest that is still an active competitor but you. What is the longevity?
I never really thought about it.
Obviously I have.
I think the longevity comes from switching from figure to bikini.
Yeah, you know, I know you just made that switch, but you were a very long time in the figure division.
Yes, I was a long time in the figure division. Before that, I was an Olympic hopeful, so I was hoping to qualify for the 2008 Olympics in high jump. I missed it by 3 centimeters, and I got into bodybuilding as a result. I really needed that structure, and I needed competition. I needed some kind of motivation to keep in shape, and NPC was just that for me. It was hope, and it changed my life, and it saved my life.
Okay, so as she alluded to, she's now competing in the IFBB Pro League Bikini division. What was the idea with making the switch?
As the divisions kept evolving, I looked to bikini and started to really like the aesthetics of it, and thought that my body type suited bikini more than figure. As figure became more and more muscular, I just didn't want to carry that kind of muscle in the off season or in season for that matter.
Right. So, matter of fact, Erin has competed in bikini. She's done really well. But there was always the misconception. People go, oh, someone that's a figure competitor can never drop down to the... They say drop down to the bikini division, which is, you should never say you're dropping down. You're just moving over, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The training I found is just as tough. The diet is very similar, but posing, presentation, the prep is just as difficult, if not more difficult for bikini, because there's that finesse that's there.
Yeah, so people think, you know, like they would probably, and I've read this online, like, oh, well, if you make the move from figure to bikini, it's easier. Not correct, right?
It's not easier, and I'll tell you, having to recomp your body, you know, body recomposition, changing muscle around, is one of the toughest things that I've had to do. Putting on muscle is hard, but I've taken now almost 7 pounds off of my upper body, which has taken me a couple of years to do, and crazy diets and crazy training, and actually not training my upper body at all.
And plus being one of the taller competitors too.
Yeah, being taller in bikini is not necessarily a good thing. It was in figures, so I'm evolving and working on posing and presentation, and that's something, if you're up and coming, definitely work on your stage presence, work on posing months before you step on stage. It makes a really big difference.
So do you have anything to say to Janet back there, since you're coming for her title?
I don't know if I'm coming for her title.
Well, why wouldn't you be? You could be the first Olympia champion in 2 divisions.
Yeah, I guess I could. I think Janet at this past Olympia was perfection.
You don't have to be nice because she's sitting here.
I told that to her face a few minutes ago. She's absolutely stunning, and if you see her, she is what I think of bikini. She embodies that.
All right, good answer. Well, anyways, thank you, Erin. I'm so glad you're here. And like I said, kind of like with Steve, she and I could have a million stories to talk about, but we'll do that another day. All right, any last words?
No, thank you for being here, and thanks for interviewing everyone.
All right, take care. Well, we might as well move over to Janet, since Erin just called her out.
When I first started with NPC, back when there was Team Body Tech, we had a much smaller seminars like this, but it's great to see how this has evolved in something bigger, and that you guys are taking advantage of these seminars to get the most out of the sport.
Now, Janet, when I first met her, she was doing the Flex Bikini Model Search, and she was just starting in the NPC, and that was in 2013. So I just want to say, those of you that think she had an easy road to win the Olympia, you need to look up her history, because she'll be the first one to tell you that her career was like this. Right? Right. Okay. So her winning the contest last year was a long journey, right?
very long. It was a long time coming, and I think if you followed my journey, it's a true testament to staying true to who you are, remembering your why, and never giving up, because there's times where we're going to feel like we want to give up, and we even wonder why we question, why do we keep doing this? But ultimately, if your will, your desire to keep going, if you know you have that burning desire to accomplish something, anything, whatever it is in your life, and for me, obviously, Miss Bikini Olympia, I knew that I had to keep going. I was always like second place, third place, sixth place. And inside of me, there was times where I did doubt, could I ever become Miss Bikini Olympia? And those doubts will fill in your mind, people, all this hearsay, social media, forget all of that. If you have that burning desire, keep going, never give up, you know, stay dedicated, put in the work. You will eventually reach your fitness goals as long as you stick to it.
Yeah, now, with you, like I said, your career, well, there was a period, because Janet was always pretty much in the top and winning a bunch of different other contests, but there was a period where she didn't win a show for almost 18 months. And people thought, oh, and you say that, and they're like, yeah, but she's always here. But like she said, she was there. And there was a point where she had a lot of self-doubt, because I know she had spoken to my wife Debbie and I about it. And at one point, she really thought of throwing the bikini in.
Yeah, and with that self-doubt, I'm like, you know what? We had to have the talk, and I'm like, this is not me. This is not what I've worked so hard for, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. So, you know, Kim Odo and I, my coach, we figured out what can we do, what posing, training. We changed things around to get that look, to get us back where we need to be.
Right. All right. So, those of you that, if you don't know, Janet actually lives here in Florida. So she is your state's Olympia champion. So I think she deserves a round of applause for that. And is there anybody else that you'd like to give a quick shout out to?
Well, like you mentioned, here in the state of Florida, I'm super excited because July 31st, I'm putting on my first fitness NPC IFBB show, Battle of the Bodies in Fort Lauderdale. Hopefully you guys can start training for it, put it on your schedule. It's going to be an amazing event. It's an NPC National Qualifier show. We also, of course, have a IFBB Pro Bikini Championship. So all you bikini gals, you can get your Olympia qualification there, and you can register at Janet's Battle of the Bodies.
All right. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot. You've won all these other contests, but there's one contest that you haven't won. You've never won the Pittsburgh Pro.
I think I placed like 8th or something. Oh my God.
Well, if you're not busy in 5 weeks, if you want to fly up to Pittsburgh, I mean, I don't know if anyone else will be happy about it, but it's available.
You guys, Pittsburgh is one of the most prestigious shows in the NPC IFBB. It's definitely one to come attend. When I competed there some years ago, oh my God, it was intense. So many people, the ambience of the show, it's one that you must compete in. NPC or IFBB, it's a great experience and you won't regret it.
All right, so also, did you ever win the New York Pro? The New York Pro?
No.
Steve, what do you think? They're 2 weeks apart, right?
I might eat my words here.
Wait, the New York Pro's right down the street from her, right, Steve?
Right here, Tim.
That is, I don't know if I have an excuse for this one.
You're right back there.
Steve, what do you think, Steve? You think that's a plan?
Right there. Hey, leave our bikini Olympia champion alone.
I don't know. I mean, Steve, you're the ranking official here.
I'll say this. Regardless, I will be there at that show. Okay. Now I can't get in trouble.
No.
All right, now that I've embarrassed Janet enough. Anyways, thank you, Janet. And everybody make sure you try to circle her so see her, you'll see her at the New York Pro, either in the audience or on stage. Yes, okay? Any last words?
Just, you guys keep killing it, stay motivated, you know, keep at it and don't give up.
All right, thank you very much. Now, you know, Mark's girlfriend, that girl Jennifer, was second at that show. So, what are you going to do to win it? All right, so coming in second in the Olympia, and you've been slowly making your way up. And but I'll tell you one thing, the Tampa contest was really tight between you and Jennifer Ronzetti. It was the battle of the gens, right? And so, and what people don't really know is Tampa was actually your first pro win.
Yeah, so that was actually my 12th pro show, including Olympia and Arnold, and that was my very first pro win, so it was a very special show for me, especially last year with COVID. You know, I did probably 90% of my prep at home, and then I came to Vegas about 4 weeks out, so to win that show was just incredible to start off that season and to have my first pro win under my belt, so I'm excited to go back there this year and hopefully take it back again.
So you're throwing the challenge down, you're taking Tampa Pro, just tell everybody to stay home.
I mean, I'm welcoming the competition, so let's make it a good show.
All right, so then what are you going to do to beat her over there?
I mean, it's going to be tough because she's an incredible champion. I mean, we all love Janet, and she showed an amazing physique this year.
Oh, let's be honest. Don't give us that, you know, we love everybody. You all want to win, come on.
At the end of the day, we all want to win, but we all are friends. So to witness her winning on stage was incredible. We were standing next to each other, and when you feel the emotion of someone just achieving their life goals, their dream is an incredible feeling. So hopefully this year I'll get to have that feeling, but I'm just going to keep working my hardest for that.
All right, sounds good. And you're going to keep Mark in line, right?
I know, I'm going to get him back on his diet so he can make his comeback. He's been saying it, but, you know, I got to give him a little kick in the butt, so this is his kick in the butt.
So this is the news. Mark is making, your girlfriend just said it.
I'm calling you out right now because he needs the motivation, so he's making a comeback. New division. Let's do it.
Well, listen, I don't think there's anywhere else to go from there. So
no, it's out there now, so sorry, babe, you gotta do it.
She's so glad she's not sitting next to you right now. All right, everybody. Thank you, Jennifer.